It's your boy /MMA, and today I created an MMA YouTube card. So basically, uh, like a Misfits event, basically except it's MMA and it's MMA YouTubers. And I've always wondered how good these MMA YouTubers would be if they actually stepped inside the octagon. So yeah, I created a full card and let's go into the first matchup. Can't believe I'm doing this video. The prelims. Kenya Okoye versus On the Live MMA. So Kenya Okoye is apparently 6'4", and I once popped into one of his live streams and he showed a video of him having a street fight and knocking some guy out. And I have seen a compilation of him boxing, and he looks pretty good. And on the liver, I don't know how tall he is, how much he weighs, but unfortunately, this is a matchup which will have to be made. On the liver might get knocked out in the first round, but yeah, you just gotta keep that chin tucked. Hopefully, get Kenya Koya to the ground. Maybe submit him. I don't know. But both these guys are like prospects MMA YouTuber wise. Kenya Koya going up recently, and he's the Debate MMA guru. Lucas Tracy at Bedtime MMA, and I like his content. And on the liver, he's pretty good videos. Less like Kenya Koya can like is more mainstream. He like appeals more to the mainstream, but on the liver makes very unique videos. I don't know. There's not many of my YouTubers, so I don't know if this fight is even like fair. But yeah, next is Bedtime MMA versus MMA Shay. So if you're part of the MMA, if you watch MMA YouTube, you know that this is this is a matchup which is very much possible. And there's apparently been some beef between these guys. I do not know if it's real or not, but this I think if there was MMA YouTube event, I think this would be far than that because I think these guys are actually the most skilled. I think that Bedtime MMA is like amateur MMA fighter, and MMA Shay has been doing MMA for a very long time. I would go with the MMA Shay victory, maybe by decision if it was over 3 rounds. It feels like on this card, I think MMA Shay is the only like if there wasn't any MMA or UFC, I think MMA Shay would still be doing martial arts. It's like he watches jiu-jitsu events. I think he did taekwondo and stuff. So he's like a pure martial artist where I feel like everyone on the card, they're not like they don't like watch traditional martial arts. They've only been introduced if there wasn't the UFC, they wouldn't watch or be introduced to martial arts at all. So yeah, this would be far than that. It would be the most technical fight on the card. And yeah, let's go on to the main card. So opening up the main card, we got Lucas Tracy MMA and Rigo. And Lucas Tracy, please come back, bro. But anyways, Lucas Tracy versus Rigo. I feel like Rigo is kind of like fighting for the third biggest spot in like the like recent like young up and coming MMA YouTubers. I'm not talking about MMA YouTubers who are like 35 years old. I don't know if Rigo has had any martial arts experience at all, to be honest. He probably there's a chance that he's probably never thrown like a punch in his life. And Lucas Tracy has 2 years of rusty kickboxing. So I'll have to go with Lucas Tracy. And also, you might call this glazing, but Lucas Tracy is a like 1 in 1,000 genetic phenom. I know you might call this glazing, but yeah, he looks like he's like really like genetically gifted for athleticism and sports, and he looks like he packs a punch. He looks like he can throw a big meaty hook, and I feel like untrained Rigo unless Rigo has had any martial arts experience, I feel like a untrained Rigo would get knocked out in the first round from a big meaty Josh Emmett-esque overhand right from Lucas Tracy. And and yeah, for this fight, I think the build up would be really good. Um, oh god, it's a terrible voice crack. I'm gonna edit that out. But yeah, Rigo might become good at MMA if he translates his schizo YouTube mindset into training and fighting. So I'm not bashing on Rigo at all. I do feel like if he trained, he could become good, even though I've never seen how his physique or his athleticism before. But yeah, let's go on to the co-main with the boomers of Jesse on Fire and Luke Thomas. So Jesse on Fire is apparently 5'6", and Luke Thomas is apparently 6'4". But Jesse on Fire trains jiu-jitsu, so on the ground, Jesse on Fire definitely has a chance to win and not know how much Luke Thomas has trained in his life at all. But apparently these guys had beef, and Jason Fire is Republican and Luke Thomas is liberal. And it might get a little bit political between these guys in the build up. There's a press conference. So yeah, definitely and yeah, even though Jason Fire is much more than Luke Thomas, Jason Fire has that schizophrenic mindset where he sees red, and Luke Thomas could land a few peppering jabs on Jason Fire, but then Jason Fire just gets schizophrenic and sees red and just charges forward at Luke Thomas, gets a takedown, and then he can probably win the fight on the ground because Jason Fire does jiu-jitsu. Okay, so now the main event. We have to have MMA Guru in the main event. But he has quite a few options. His first option could be the one, the only, Schmitty. So, Schmitty recently has been stinging the headline of the MMA community. So now, Schmitty now has enough clout to maybe fight MMA Guru. Also, they're the same size basically, both like 6'4", and there won't be any weight disputes. And Schmitty will make the press conference massive. Then that was quick. And then MMA Guru has two other options: MMA Joey or Dan Hardy. Let's first go over MMA Joey. They both um larger human beings. MMA Guru is conservative, MMA Joey is liberal, and they have quite a few opposing opinions in the MMA space. So I feel like there's a little bit of tension between them. And I don't know if MMA Joey just likes Guru, but Guru clowns on MMA Joey quite a lot. And yeah, I don't even know. I assume that MMA Joey can make the weight because of the size of him. I don't know. He could be 5'6" for all I know. But the only one of the main reasons why I choose MMA Joey to fight MMA Guru because MMA Guru is pretty fat and MMA Joey is fat. So I just assume that MMA Joey could fit in MMA Guru's weight class. And if they were, and if this was a fight between these guys, I'd go with MMA Guru first round. I think it would be an easier fight for Guru than Schmitty because no offense to MMA Joey, but sometimes you get some fat guys who look like they could be athletic, which is like Guru. Like Schmitty looks like he can be strong, but Joey just is just a blob, to be honest. No offense, you're just a fat blob and you don't have any athleticism. I'm just judging by the way you look. But I don't think MMA Joey has an athletic bone in his body, and yeah, I just think he would lose to MMA Guru. And then Dan Hardy. So this will be interesting because they've had a back and forth quite a few years ago, and Dan Hardy wants an MMA boxing fight, and I think this will be the perfect opponent for Dan Hardy. If I was Dan Hardy, I would make a call out video right now, like, and use a narrative of this guy MMA guru is disrespecting fighters. As a former fighter, the way he's disrespecting fighters, I would not tolerate, and I would love to beat the shit out of MMA guru. I would use that narrative as Dan Hardy. If I was Dan Hardy, I would try and get MMA guru MMA fights, and also Dan Hardy could probably set this event up. Dan Hardy has the MMA connections and everything and money as well to invest into making this whole card a reality. And it would, and if Dan Hardy beat the shit out of MMA Guru, that would be great. That would be great for his legacy, and his channel would blow up and everything. And if there was a fight, I would obviously I'll predict Dan Hardy to beat MMA Guru because Dan Hardy's a ex UFC fighter, and also MMA Guru has like, from what it seems like, zero grappling experience. It doesn't matter how long Guru trains for. There's no chance within a year he's gonna become good enough to beat Dan Hardy on the ground. So, but maybe on the feet, Guru could land a few big shots, or just land some few clean jabs, maybe some leg kicks. And yeah, but if I was Dan Hardy, I'd be trying to get the MMA Guru fight. And yeah, that's the MMA YouTuber card. Hopefully, one of these fights happen one day. And yeah, cheers. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the video and let me know some better matchups and some more fair matchups we could have done for this card. And cheers, it's your boy Slasper MMA, and I'm out.